Hello? Oh, okay, now it's working. This is much better looking than before. It was so bright. I just tried to record it. Failed. Just flat out failed. And so, let's see. What is going on in my life? Well, first I'll answer your question. Let's just do that. My lips just a little chapped. Not your question. Would I rather be a hairdryer or a fan? I guess it. That's actually. I mean, it's not a good question, but it's a thought-provoking question. Because if you're a fan, then you're blowing cold air. Well, if you're a hairdryer, you're blowing hot air. So I'm gonna take this as a question about hot or cold. And you know what? I'm gonna go for. I prefer being cold. But then I guess fans are for, summertime, which is good too, and they blow cold air, and I prefer the cold to the hot, which is weird that I prefer summertime. But maybe I wouldn't prefer summertime if that's not what my breaks were. So I'm gonna go with a fan. Though hair dryers do have their place and purpose, clearly not on my head, because this is just a mess. But on some people's heads, they have a purpose. And that purpose makes their hair pretty. I was blow drying my hair for a little while in the beginning of the year, but like, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's just so much hair. Look at that. I know I have a ton of hair. Let's see if I can make it decent. Alright, let's put it back. I know I have a ton of hair, but still. It's just really annoying because I don't know, because it's so much energy. Some people just have naturally perfect hair. Not saying any names. And now, look at that. Alright, I don't know. I don't even, why am I facing this? You're the only one who watches these videos, so here we go. Now you get to see this. This beautiful. If I make a lot of gestures, maybe you won't notice. Let's see. So that's your question. 100% agree with you, Maleficent. Worst villain ever. There's this thing on Once Upon a Time that was like, Rumpelstiltskin is the worst. It's a show. It's a show. It's not just the random thing. Once Upon a Time is a show. And basically it's implying that Rumpelstiltskin is the worst, thing ever. But he held up to his end of the bargain in his defense. Like, Maleficent, if you think about it, Maleficent is just crazy. Like, compare her to, Snow White Queen. Snow White Queen, crazy. She, wanted Snow White's heart because she was prettier than she was. Right? A little crazy. Because a mirror told her so. Maybe that's when that inner beauty could come out. But apparently not. They're just focused on the outside beauty. And so Snow White's prettier, so she wanted her heart. So she chased her around, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So even though that's crazy, is that as crazy as Maleficent? Because Maleficent did not even know this baby. It was the king and queen's baby. Did not even know the baby. And she said, hey, I'm gonna kill you. But, if she just killed the baby then, it'd be pretty evil. But I mean, hey, you're proving your point. No. She says, I'm gonna wait 16 years. And on your 16th birthday, you're gonna prick your little hand on a little spindle. And that will be how you die. What? What? Why? Why don't you just kill the baby now? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. It's those kind of crazies. Like, at least Snow White's evil stepmother had a reason. Albeit a crazy reason. But at least she, let her grow up. I mean, she put her to work, but at the same time, she let her live in the friggin' castle. This woman, Maleficent, waits until she's 16, puts a spell on her, but says, no, don't worry. You'll have 16 years to live a fine, happy life. But then, 16, it's all going down. What kind of crazy do you have to be? That's a special kind of crazy. And that's what I stick by. So 100% I agree with what you say. And Rumpelstiltskin wasn't even that bad, in my interpretation of the storybook. He did what he was supposed to do. He gave him a baby. She was the idiot. Oh, no. She offered, she's like, okay, I'm not mistaken, I think this is the story. Rumpelstiltskin was like, hey, I will give you the ability to turn, or I will turn all this straw into gold if you give me your firstborn child. And she was like, okay, sounds good. And then she didn't want to give him her firstborn child, and then he was the villain. He held up to his end of the bargain. I'm not saying it's a really good thing to be asking for people's firstborn child, but if you give it to them, You're like, yeah, no problem. I'll just, right out and yours. Just your baby. And then you're like, well, no. About, I was kidding. I was just joking. Then, really, is it his fault if he demands the child? No. No, it's not. And that's my rant about fairy tales for 5 minutes. What else? I have been offered to do research in the chemistry department of my school, which is nice. I'm not a chemistry major, not a biochemistry major, I'm a biology major. But apparently, I'm going to be doing research in the chemistry department, which isn't bad. It's actually probably better because it looks, it's better because the chemistry department is much smaller, so it's, I don't know, there's more of a personal investment. I don't know what the research will be. Probably something about honey, and because that's what my mentor person would be doing. His name's Dr. Grimley. He's a cute old man. Except he's a cute old man, but he's like he's gonna be like my dad when he's older, like 30 years older. So like he still jet skis. He still water skis. He like still kicking, no problem. So that's cool. It's good to know 80-year-old men are much more in shape than us. Probably should run at some point, or if not run. During the summer we're fairly active, I would say. But then it gets cold. Right now the weather is pretty nice, but it feels like an early October day in Connecticut rather than like November, I would say. So that's the difference in the weather. So I would say at worst here, like in January, which I won't be here because I'll be in London. Woo! It feels like a late November, early December day. So it's never as bad as the north. Never. But it's really funny seeing people around in their little coats and all bundled up in their hats, and I'm wearing my short sleeve shirt, walking around. It's a little different, but it's okay. I'm glad to know that I'm not, so used to warmness that's the case. But I am getting more and more baby-like. I will be home for Thanksgiving soon. It's so weird to think that. No, okay, this time next week I'll be like hyperventilating about an organic test I'll be having on Monday, which is a week from tomorrow. So I have to start studying tonight for that, actually, because if you didn't know, organic's a pretty hard subject. You have to take some pretty tough classes over there too, so I would say we're pretty much in the same boat. I really wished you could take my calculus class for me. You would think it's so easy, and you would be like, oh, no problem, I can, integral blah 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 blue blue, and it'd be so nice. And unfortunately that's not an option, because blah blah blue blue just isn't an option. What am I talking about anymore? I don't even know. Let's see, let's ask you a question. Katie, how about next video I will okay, I want you to show me why you're a big nerd. Why you're a bigger nerd than me. Now, I'm including video games, I'm including classes, I'm including just general personality trends. You cannot use school, because that's unfair, because you didn't, no, that's not, well, maybe you can use school. I guess I can be implying that WPI is a more nerdy school than mine. But then that's like saying, I don't know, because that's like me saying, because I'm not in a sorority, I'm less nerdy than, or more nerdy than you. Because that's not really an even ratio, because even though Elon is a less nerdy school, there are some nerdy people here, hidden in the halls and walls and everything. I just introduced one of my friends to Doctor Who. He liked it. He's been using my Netflix account to watch it. So, I will see you next, I guess this Tuesday. And because I watch your videos the day they come out, because I'm less like that, and then I rewatch them, but not all of it. I like rewind to certain parts. Disney characters, I completely agree with you. Mufasa's the best, hands down, and Wally is amazing. So it's times like that when you're making those videos that I know that we're best friends, and I know why we're best friends, because you say the words that are in my head. Okay, it's almost 10 minutes long now. Bit of a long response to your video. I hope you have a good day. I hope this wasn't too boring. Hope my just gonna swim this action. What am I doing? That's right. I'm emoing it up. Like that. Boop, 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 boop. How annoying would this be? It's really distracting. I can't even see. Okay, well, on this note, bye, Katie.